I'm going in. I'm going in. Dragon Age the Veilguard is made by a bunch of pussy ass bitches who probably know how to make a game, but not anything that is grandiose as Dragon Age Origins, which is far better, darker story, and overall just a better story. And I know it's going to be. And that's where I'm going with this whole thing. So if you don't like that, stick around. You like that, stick around. I don't care. I'm gonna say my piece. Here we go. I'm gonna show you a few pictures, but first I'm gonna give you the Dragon Age IGN first preview thing. I don't really like IGN. Who likes IGN? But I'm gonna take whatever information that they have, and it's got some tidbits that you guys are not gonna like, but you gotta hear it if you like Dragon Age at all or are all interested. Dragon Age Veil, the Veilguard is off into an interesting start, to say the least. Incorrect. Coming off of the somewhat controversial decision to change the name, BioWare reintroduced the series to fans with a 2-minute trailer that drew. We already know this. We already know this. Get it out of my face. I want to keep going. Over the weekend, I watched the BioWare finally took the wraps off of Dragon Age the Veilguard over the course of an hour-long presented, in which they showed off the character. Yes, they did. We already saw that. First, the graphics running on the latest iteration of the Frostbite engine. Still using the Frostbite engine, of course. At least one source told me that the Veilguard targets 60 frames per second. That's at least something good. In a subsequent conversation, though, an EA representative said Dragon Age the Veilguard will feature performance and quality modes on console to ensure the players can choose the visual fidelity. Good. That's fine. I'm going to keep on going. Whatever the fidelity, it's evident that the Veilguard is heavily stylized. Yep, we already know that. And whether they look lands, that look lands is mostly a matter of taste. It's worth pointing out that Dragon Age has always been a riot of art styles, and I'm not so sure that the series needs to return to the blood-splattered style of the original. Why not? Why not? Dragon Age Veilguard is pretty much, you killed a whole bunch of things and no blood, no demon blood. Kind of missed that shit. I loved it in Baldur's Gate 3. Why? So you liked it in Baldur's Gate 3 IGN, but not in this one? Let's keep going. What matters to me is polish and a cohesive sense of identity. And in that sense, the Veilguard seems like a logical evolution of Inquisition, which itself was quite stylized. Yeah, we're aware. We're aware. It does have better graphics. It did. Star Wars. Sorry. I'm thinking about Star Wars for some odd reason. Dragon Age Inquisition did have better graphics. But all in all, there was a different style to it compared to the other games. I have noticed the style. Yes, we know. Yes, got it. Still, what's the OG best one out of all of them? Dragon Age Origins. Everybody knows this. Everybody, do not be in denial. Dragon Age Origins is the best story, lore, everything. Just all in all. We could talk about styles all day with the other ones, but overall, the big boy around here, Dragon Age Origins. All the other ones are just degrading. I do like Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm gonna have to pause on the Dragon Age 2, okay? It had its ups and downs, but it was still good. Okay. Also, there was beautiful ladies in Dragon Age 2. So, what about that, Veilguard? It's kind of, what about that, Veilguard? I'm saying Veilguard on purpose. Anyway, in the shadow of Mass Effect 2, I want to let you guys know that there's a few people that did Mass Effect that are making Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm going to let you know that right now. Have you noticed that Dragon Age Veilguard is feeling more and more like Mass Effect? Do you think that's a good call? I don't think so. Let's continue. For what it's worth, there's plenty of nods to longtime fans, including the return of Varric. Yep, we already know that. Oh, look, member berries. The cool member berries. Yep, soulless member berries. Gotcha. We want to get you right in, Bush explains, especially with the RPG where they can be quite lore heavy, a lot of exposition at the front of remembering proper nouns. It can be very overwhelming. I don't know what you mean by proper nouns. Do you mean is there some editing issues here? If you mean, I don't know what you mean by proper nouns. Do you mean pronouns? No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you said pronouns, I'm gonna have to slap you in the face, cat. Yeah, the Bush. Can't believe you just fucking said that. Anyway, yeah, there's some spelling errors that I'm looking at on here. You will play as the Rook, the Warden, Hawk, and the Inquisition in the ranks of Dragon Age protagonists. It starts in a breathless state in a media res as a group of heroes try to stop Solus before he tears apart the barrier between the Thetas. That's something that we already seen. That's something that we already know. What follows is basically one long action set piece as the main characters sprint through Minrathous, a city under attack by demons. Yep. Demons. Basically Dragon Age Inquisition 2.0. While it is unwise to draw too many conclusions from which brief section of the game, it's easy to wonder just how linear the Veilguard will end up being. Here we go. By the way, did you guys enjoy that gameplay trailer? Because there wasn't a lot of fighting into it. There was a lot of stuff that I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't know that Bianca was going to get destroyed. I wish I didn't know that Solus was probably about to get in trouble at the end. And he was opening. I didn't need to know any of that. I just need to see gameplay. I don't know why. See, they fucked up in the companion trailer and the gameplay trailer. I need to see gameplay. You showing me one fucking ability for the Rook is the dumbest shit that you've ever fucking showed. With that stupid little, with the fucking shit looking like it's Mass Effect on fucking heroin. Little wheel shit. The fucking Xbox over here talking like, this bad boy could fit so many abilities. Fuck you, Xbox. Bring back Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, so it is a mission-based game. Everything is hand-touched, handcrafted, very highly curated. Remember what she just said. Bush says, echoing a talking point that comes up repeatedly throughout the presentation. We believe that's how we get the best narrative experience, the best moment-to-moment experience. Moment-to-moment experience. You can slow down a bit. You don't have to you don't have to push everything into us. You got to get the best moment. You got to get the best this, the best that. Why are you talking like this? This is Dragon Age. Let things flow. However, along the way, these levels, these levels that we go to do open up. Some of them have more exploration than others. We are in 2024, and if you say this is not an open world for Dragon Age, alternate branching paths, mysteries, secrets, optional, all the stuff that obviously would be in the game. So it does open up, but it is a mission-based, highly curated game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't care what you think of Dragon Age, whether or not you hate it right now, or whether or not you love it right now. Right now, Dragon Age Veilguard, they are giving you less. And I know they are giving you less. You're gonna get less maps. It's gonna be mission based. So you're just gonna pretty much just stay in your little hub and then go out there. You gotta come back, stay in your little hub, and then you gotta go out there. Not open world. Not open world. They said a couple of open worlds. This is not Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition has open worlds. This is gonna be, like they said, like 3 or 4 times. It does open up, but it is mission-based, highly curated. They said that twice already. Press for more details on side quests and optional content. Bush says some of them are highly curated, especially when it involves the motivations and the experiences of the companions. You're really along on this journey with them. Others, you're investigating a missing family, and the entirety of this bog is open up to you. Keeps on talking about, like, hey, trust me, bro, it'll open up to you. Said it like 3 times. I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody keeps on repeating something to me, I think that they're fucking lying. When I go to work and I say like, hey, why are you late to work? Man, I was doing this one thing, and I was doing this thing and this thing, and I'm just like, you overslept. You're talking too much. You overslept. If you just overslept, just say that. Just say that. If you keep on repeating yourself, I think you're lying. I think you're lying. When somebody comes up to me, it's like, man, I was blowing this chick's back out last night, and I'm like, okay, didn't need to know that, but please be on time for work. I'm gonna assume that they were telling the truth. You're searching for clues, finding a way to solve their disappearance. So really, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution, but I do want to emphasize that handcrafted and curated is our approach. They keep on repeating the same shit over and over again. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, have you seen the podcast or the panels for Baldur's Gate 3? You realized how heartwarming and wholesome the whole panels felt, where they were like, oh man, I can't wait until they see this. Oh, we got some goodies here. That I don't feel it in this. I don't feel it for Dragon Age Veilguard. Not at all. At all. I feel no sense of, hey guys, I'm part of the community. I don't feel a community right now. I do not feel a community right now. And I feel like that they're fucking lying to me. I really do. Let's continue. It reminds me nothing so much as Mass Effect 2. It does. With the lighthouse, the Veilguard's equivalent of Skyhold, standing in the Normie. I suppose it only makes sense in light of Dragon Age's unique relationship with Mass Effect 2. Fans will recall the original Dragon Age Origins was basically a AAA CRPG. Hells yeah. A continuation of BioWare's isometric RPG legacy on PC. Mass Effect 2 followed just a couple of months later, garnering praise among mainstream critics for its transition to full third-person shooter. Ever since, BioWare has prioritized action over gritty RPG mechanics, and the latest Dragon Age is no different. Tell me, how do we feel about Dragon Age 2? How do we all feel? There's some jank in Dragon Age 2. There are some moments in Dragon Age 2 where you have 3 choices, and guess what? None of those choices matter. None of them do. And the combat? I've seen the combat for Dragon Age 2. It's horrible. Fucking horrible. You make do because you like Dragon Age, you like BioWare, but let me tell you something. Mass Effect should be Mass Effect, and Dragon Age should be Dragon Age. Because I know BioWare talk to each other. The Mass Effect people, the Dragon Age people, I think they're with each other all the time, talking to each other. They're with each other all the time. They started to dial it back a bit and went back to the Origins roots a little bit more with Dragon Age Inquisition, but there was a lot missing to the overall gameplay that I wish that Dragon Age Veilguard could, like, understand, but I'm not seeing that. 3 slots for abilities? You showed me 1 fucking ability for that gameplay trailer. I'm still fucking mad about that shit. I'm sorry, I'm bringing it up again. How many slots for abilities? We'll talk about this later. We'll let me keep going. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to get into spoilers. Let's see. But the Veilguard's connection to Mass Effect 2 perhaps runs even deeper than that. Mass Effect 2. I know that there's some Mass Effect 2 Mass Effect people, devs that are working on Veilguard, so that would explain the wheel. Bush hints, well, there was actually a wheel in the previous, well, yeah, if you hit RB, you can see your other skills, but it would, yeah, if I remember correctly, Dragon Age Inquisition, they didn't put a fucking annoying-ass fucking wheel in your face. They put it to the side. I think I remember that. Dragon Age Inquisition, you had abilities to the bottom right, and it just flipped over, and then you use those abilities. That was out of your face. This shit like insults my eyes. That giant wheel. Anyway, let's continue. I don't want to get Bush. She teases. I don't want to get into spoilers, but you just might lose some character. Yeah, good. At least you have some integrity to actually lose some characters. You won't put blood on the characters after they fight demons, but at least you'll kill characters. So there's something there. Now, in what we saw there, obviously no one died in situation. Yeah, we already know that. Blah, blah, blah. I want to skip all the extra dick writing that's on this whole thing. The Veilguard is more of an action game than ever. Yeah, we've noticed. So with that in mind, let's talk a bit about Dragon Age Veilguard's battle system, which reduces the party size from 4 to 3. That sound fun, fans? Does that sound fun to you? And in so doing, becomes more action forward than ever. They probably reduced it down to 3, because if it was 4, it would be a fucking light show and you wouldn't know what the hell's going on. I almost didn't know what was going on with the gameplay trailer, but if there's gonna be lights and shit and weird sounds going on, maybe 3 is enough, because let me tell you, the camera for Dragon Age Veilguard, it's different. It's not the previous games one. Nope, it's not. It looks like the mods are gonna have to do everything all over again. It features what Bush calls sophisticated animation, canceling, and branching. Basically what she's saying is we just copied everything from Devil May Cry and put it in this game. With the design centered around dodging, countering, see what I mean? And risk-reward charge attacks designed to break enemy armor layers. Yeah, Mass Effect. Yep, Mass Effect. Much of its strategy lives in its ability wheel, which stops the action either by tapping or holding the shoulder button and allows you to issue orders as you see fit. Yeah, we would like to control those characters, but we can't now. So thank you for taking that away from us. I've started to notice as you go up and up and up with Dragon Age, or like Dragon Age, you start to get less and less of Dragon Age. I don't care who you are, whether or not you agree or disagree. This is the fucking truth. Let me get back to it because my eyes are, I'm on fire right now. I don't like the fact that the wheel stops everything. I think that's bitch made, and it should slow things down, not take things to, you know, at a complete stop. Because otherwise, if you have it at a complete stop, you can avoid almost anything. You could just keep on popping the ability wheel. Yep, keep on. Oh, the enemy looks like they're pulling something out of their back pocket. Pull up the wheel. Lady's about to pull something out of her back pocket and she's right behind me and she's really pissed. Pull out that ability wheel out. Just stop time. You just have the power of stopping time. The combat system is an interesting challenge going into the 4th iteration of this game because, as you know, every Dragon Age has reinvented combat to some degree. Yeah, and not some degree. I would say it's been degraded. It's been degraded. Dragon Age Inquisition was very close, but I do feel like there's a lot of abilities and a lot of things that Dragon Age Inquisition could have taken from Origins. I wish Dragon Age Origins combat was just upgraded to something like Dragon Age Inquisition, but a little bit different. I wish it was more D&D style, but still keep the... It's not turn-based, but still keep the Origins feel to things. You don't have to have every ability at a GCD, but there's got to be some passives, there got to be some actives. You could have upgraded that thing, but you chose to do this, which is actually the safest and easy route. It is safe and easy. Baldur's Gate 3 has decided to go turn-based with Baldur's Gate, which was actually real time. And a lot of people were like, I don't know, man, I don't know. Game came out and they actually fleshed that. They actually showed you Every patch, patch after patch, they said, this is what we got. And people were like, huh, this might work for me. And that's what happened, because they worked at it. You had 10 years to work on some sort of combat, and you came up with this. My dog can come up with better shit than this. The combat system is an interesting one, has reinvented the combat to some degree. Which explains, of course, pause and play strategy is always the backbone of it. It's literally a get out of jail free card. But what that means is that in addition to fans of all three prior games and welcoming in an entirely new generation of fans, see what I mean? They're catering to new fans. See, there's a lot of people that didn't like Baldur's Gate 3 looking at it because they were like, I don't like turn-based games. Guess what? They played the game. They absolutely love it. They love the characters. They love the stories. And that was like the first moment where like, hey, turn-based games are actually not that bad. They actually had certain level of integrity and a little bit of a, they have a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? When, you're taking a gamble. They gambled at it. They basically said, we're going to do a turn-based game and people are going to like it. Okay. All right. We'll bring it out. Game came out. People loved it. And we're like, oh man, I didn't think people were going to like this turn-based game. Game of the year. Boom. Shaka-laka-laka. You brought out action because you saw Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age 3, and you also saw Overwatch. You also saw Fortnite, and you also saw League of Legends. Well, no, you didn't see League of Legends. I know Lua said League of Legends, but she's wrong because League of Legends actually has hot characters. Let's continue. What that means is, in addition to fans of all three prior games and welcoming in an entirely new generation of fans, we've got a pretty diverse player base to accommodate to. You did not accommodate to anybody that is in Dragon Age Origins. You just took a little bit of the lore from Dragon Age Origins, and that's it. You didn't even touch anything from the gameplay of Dragon Age Origins. Yes, is Dragon Age Origins playstyle a little bit old? Yes, but it can be upgraded and people would actually like it. But you chose not to give it that chance. While she offers comparatively few specifics, Bush hints at some of the deeper strategy behind the battle system. Weaknesses, resistances will apparently play a minor role. Apparently play a minor role in the combat, with abilities being designed to exploit them accordingly. So this is just a fucking so it's just a rock paper scissors game. Is that what this is? There's no deep level of combat with these characters. So if I'm finding, let's just say, a water demon. Oh, water demon. Oh, I'm a water demon. And then I don't know. Let's just say you throw frost at the water demon and freeze it. Or maybe you don't even freeze it. You weaken it. Do you weaken the water demon when you throw ice at it? Or is the water demon turning into ice? Because this is very important. This is simplified RPG at its finest. I don't even think it is RPG, to be honest. Because I looked at that wheel and those abilities, and I'm looking at the tooltips, and I'm just like, this is safe as fuck. There's nothing here. I would rather play Diablo 4 than this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? See, this is why people are actually looking at Path of Exile 2. Because they are actually dialing down on the whole Wikipedia learning of Path of Exile 2. But not catering to the audience of new fans for Path of Exile 2. They're like, okay, we have our own fans for Path of Exile, but we do have to cater a little bit to to new fans. Just a little bit. Make it fresh, but still you can tell that it was still Path of Exile. Just a little bit. And now people are actually I don't like Path of Exile. But I'm looking at Path of Exile 2, and I'm just like, I think I can understand this. It's complex, but I can understand it. I can give it a try. Anyway, after all, it's the characters who will determine the success of Dragon Age Veilguard. It's actually us, the gamers, will decide the success. The developers, but mostly us, because if nobody buys the game, then where's the success? Sorry, I have to turn on my fan. I'm getting a little heated. Larian ironically stole some of BioWare's thunder with Baldur's Gate 3. We didn't steal a goddamn thing. You were the one that took 10 years. Whose fault is that? Listen, they had 6 years. You took 10. Whose fault is that? Now we're looking at you like, and then we're looking at you like, what you got? And then we're looking at this like, yeah, I'll see it. I'll think about it. Because when does this game come out? September? This game comes out in September? People are going to look at Dragon Age, and if they already disagree with Dragon Age, they're going to be like, what game around September will make me forget about Dragon Age Veilguard and not even touch it? Oh, there's this, and oh shit, there's that. I mean, there's one game that I'm looking at, and it's called Stalker 2. I'm looking at that. There's a lot of indie games. I got a lot of backlog. Do I really need Dragon Age Veilguard? Why? Why? It's just Dragon Age Origins is a Monster Energy drink, and Dragon Age Veilguard is a chai latte with a man bun. That's what this is. After all, the characters, yes, stole the thunder. No, you were just late. But this is still the studio that gave us Liliana, Liara, and Varric, among many others. Maybe, but most of them are gone, and they're in a different studio, or they moved on to greener pastures. They are all gone. I have to realize that the people that made Dragon Age Origins are all gone. And wherever they're at, I hope they're doing well. And it's practically invented the RPG romance as we know it today. It's been less than a week since the first official trailer, and Lucien's fan art is already manifesting on social media. Why are you talking about fan art and fucking IGN and shit? What the fuck are you talking about fan art for? It's first of all, character's ugly as fuck. Secondly, when you want to know the funny thing is, they made all the characters pansexuals not real. They made all the characters fucking bi in Dragon Age Veilguard, so it doesn't matter what the fuck you are. So there's no sense of agency with any of the romances. So you could just pick one, and then they'll just like, oh, I'll like you if you do my mission. That's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be that deep. Like Baldur's Gate 3, it is actually kind of deep with their romances. You want to know the funny thing is, all their characters in Baldur's Gate 3 are bi, but the difference is they didn't fucking. Well, first of all, the ladies are hot. Okay, there's Bazel, and there's Karlach, and then there's fucking what's that? The fucking mean girl's bitch name, Shadowheart. We had choices. The ladies had Asterion. They all chose Asterion. There's like 2 ladies that chose Will. But they had a level of detail to their characters that I hope that you have with Veilguard. I really do. I really do. Because there was a moment, here's my little story when I played Baldur's Gate 3. There was a moment where, in the beginning of the game, Lae'zel, this Githyanki, was... she was telling some guy to kneel, and I was just like, yeah, you might want to listen to her. And then he kneeled, and then she was like, lower. And I was just like, all right, you're being a bitch. And then she was like, you better stop. And I was like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? And then she stopped, and then she was just like talking about teethlings, and that fucking made me giggle. And I was like, okay, I like this bitch. I walked away, went back into the camp, and then this girl was like, so, you want to fuck? And I was just like, I thought you were mad at me, but okay, all right. And then she was like, I'm naked, lay down and submit. And then, lo and behold, they had a fucking choice. I chose for her to submit. Ain't no way I'm submitting to no bitch. Ain't no fucking way. So I chose that. I rolled the dice. Boom. And she laid down first. And I was like, yes. That felt good. See. I like the fact that I disagreed with her and she still liked me. That was kind of cool. I thought that was kind of cool. Like, for some odd reason though, with Shadowheart though, you disagree with her once in the beginning, she just hates you for a long time until like later on. like some level of bitch mode was with Shadowheart. Anyway, I could talk about this all day. I'm gonna keep going. Anyway, each of the companions that you journey with has really complex backstories. We already know this. Problems of their own, deep motivations, and these play out throughout. Yeah. Same thing, different game. And along the way, we'll make consequential decisions for each of them, sometimes affecting who they are, and sometimes heart-wrenching. I've cried more than once, and sometimes pretty joyous. Crying. Okay. Definitely a woman. Many years ago, I stood in a room with Mike Laidlaw as he talked about the tremendous amount of work that David Gator, Ben Gallinas, Mike Laidlaw, I hope you're doing all right, and other writers put into building Dragon Age's world. Gator should be mentioned, is very active on X Twitter and is definitely paying attention to the Veilguard. That effort has earned the series an enduring fan base despite being on hiatus for more than a decade. Bush, a self-described RPG fan who says she loved Baldur's Gate 3, counts herself among them. Wait, hold on. Wait, why did you mention all of them but only one of them? I stood in the room with Mike Laidlaw as he talked about the tremendous amount of work. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because they were pretty much leaving. Put into building Dragon Age. It should be mentioned is very active. Gator. So only Gator was okay. So everybody else was not really talking too much. So only one of them, or maybe two of them, were just like. Wait. Hold on a second. Why are you? I think that's great. I think that's really great that they were making sure that Dragon Age was going to come out to be a great game, and, you know, giving you some pointers and some tips and all that stuff. But why are you making it sound like, oh, these guys are on our side? Yeah, you make it sound like, oh, it's like, oh, they got us. They got us. This isn't a like, we miss them a lot. I appreciate the information that Mike Laidlaw and the team has given us, but you're saying it like, yo, we got them on our side, and if you dislike the game, then you dislike them. That's what it sounds like to me. If I'm wrong, I don't care. I've been a fan of all three of the different, for different reasons, but Origins is when I fell in love with the franchise, she says. Interesting. When the Veilguard arrives later this fall, it doesn't yet have a firm release date. It doesn't have a firm release date. It will be more than a big moment for BioWare. It will be a huge moment for the fans. The Dragon Age fans I know, many of them women, are palpably excited what? The Dragon Age fans I know, many of them women, are Why did you mention that they were women? Okay. These are the kind of moments where you just got to keep that little information in your head, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep that in my head. See, this is what my dad does, because he catches me in lies, and I'll say something, and he'll talk about it 2 days later. He's like, well, I thought you said this. And then I get my ass whooped. Because I fucking lied. Trying to go somewhere where I shouldn't be. Not old enough. Doing something that I shouldn't be. That's something where I'm just like, and now my dad's knowledge is coming to me. They're excited to have this franchise back in their lives after waiting for so long. I want to let you guys know, if this is just a, oh, Dragon Age for you fans out there, oh, I'm so glad Dragon Age is back. I get it. I understand that you're just glad that Dragon Age is back. Point blank period, you're just glad that Dragon Age is back. But you have to be mindful of what you're buying. Because at the end of the day, BioWare, EA, all these places are businesses. Larian Studios is a business. Bethesda, business. Xbox, definitely a fucking business. You need to realize that these people, they care about you. Hopefully. But they don't care about you. Okay? They don't, listen, they care about you as much as about $70. They care about you. Okay? You can draw all your stuff. You can be excited on Twitter. You can do all the whole like banter and stuff like that and show off a few clips and videos. But at the end of the day, they need to get paid. So you gotta make sure that they're giving you a sizable product for what you're paying for. Otherwise, give me $70. Okay? If you're just gonna throw money away, then you might. All I know is that I want to let y'all know, I would not care. I would not be here if I didn't love BioWare, okay? I would not be here if I did not like BioWare. All I know is that it's good to finally be back in Thetis after all these years, okay? It's, with these graphics, it's clearly they're bringing in the youngest audience for some particular reason, like to take their naive TX money, perhaps, unless this is truly a great single-player campaign with zero microtransactions. I don't think I've heard any microtransactions. A game's title change isn't controversial. No, it's not. Genuine question, what does the fact many of the fans the author knows being women have to do with anything? Interesting. It's almost like I've said the same thing. They are still using the keep? Are they making an attempt to incorporate players' choices from the past games to inform the current state of the affairs in this game? Listen, I was okay. I did not like the keep. I was okay with the keep. That's it. I prefer Baldur's Gate 3 style or Origin style. Camping, and more camping. Hell, if you throw camping in and fishing, I will suck your... Anyway. All right. We're done with this bullshit. We're moving on. Okay? I need to show you some pictures. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. This is the whole screen at its finest. This is mid-game, probably early to mid-game. This is what this is. This is what you get. How many enemies are in this screen? You got 2 seconds to answer. 1, 2. There's only one. There's only one enemy in this screen. There's only one. To me, when I see this, I think I'm being bombarded by a pack of ravaging wolves and a giant ogre. This looks like dog shit. Point blank period. You got the healing... You see the heals over here on the right side and the heals on the left side? Motherfuckers got metagel. We got metagel up in this bitch, okay? We got metagel. What did I tell you about the Mass Effect thing? These combo things with the characters, this might be cool. By the way, the combo attacks, the combo opportunity attacks that sound really JRPG to me, why didn't you show this in the gameplay trailer? Why didn't you show that? Because I guarantee you, if I have a shield, a sword and shield, and I attack this ogre and like push him to a wall, and then I say, Harding, go! And then Harding shoots 3 arrows in his face, and then it's just like crit damage, that would be like a cool combo opportunity thing that you should show me. That's my idea. You can't take that one. This is what you get. You get damage numbers, you get cooldowns, you get deals higher, stagger. This is the sundered. You get these are the simplified things that you get. You get sundered. I guess talking about like taking care. I guess the sunder damage would probably be this main character right here, the elven lady, and yeah, because I think you are able to sunder if you're a warrior or something like that. I think so. You have 2 archers. How many archers do you have in your team in this game? How many archers? Wait, Rook. There's a lot of archers. Anyway, moving on. My brain is everywhere. These are the amount of abilities that you have right here. Right here. This is the amount of abilities you got. 1, 2, 3. Nothing more, nothing less. Unless they change this thing and flip it around. What? So you have to hold the button or click the ability button, and then you have to flip around and find the ability? I'm going to tell you right now, you could have just had one line bar at the bottom, kind of like Cyberpunk, kind of like Dragon Age Origins. I'm going to keep on mentioning Dragon Age Origins because Dragon Age Origins, those developers had the biggest dick, the biggest veiny cock of all time. And as Dragon Age got older and older, their dick has been reduced, okay? Their peen has, it's about right here. And that peen is just saying, how do you do, miss? Back in the day, Dragon Age Origins would choke a bitch. And she would like it. But here we are, not covered in blood. No hot chicks. I'm sorry, I'm going, I told you I'm gonna go off. I told you I'm gonna go off. I'm right, but I told you I'm gonna go off. This is the hard rant that you're getting today. I'm sorry. If you want to leave, that's fine. That's cool. Anyway, you only got 3 abilities on here, 3 slots. I tried to ask Xbox after they just said you could fit so many abilities on here. I only see 3 for my character, at least. I only see 3. I don't know what else he was talking about. Maybe a 4th ability to heal, but it's right over there. I don't see it. Maybe it's right here, the directional thing. It's something that they should have shown, and it's making people worry whether they or not they like it or they hate it. Graphics are good. I'm gonna be honest, graphics are good. However, I'm gonna say this. Stop showing rivers, because it makes me think that there's not much around here. Every time when you show rivers, it makes me think that this place is just small. Because if there's rivers, that means I'm not gonna be able there's no boat. There's no swimming in this game. Ain't no way. I've never heard that. Okay, this absolutely beautiful. Fucking awesome. Beautiful. They should have showed this. They should have showed this in the gameplay trailer. I keep on mentioning shit. They should have showed this. This is probably late game shit right here. I'm not sure, but they should have showed more of this. Alright. This one is in regards to the ladies. And in regards to basically this is in regards to a interview or an article on a website, how they were talking about Eve in Stellar Blade being unrealistic chest and behind. I'm gonna let you know right now, I go to the gym and there's a lot of beautiful ladies out there. I walk outside. Yes, I walk outside. Yes, they look like Eve. There's a lot of ladies that look at like Eve. I'm tired of hearing this. Anybody that says they think Eve is unrealistic has probably faffed to something weird. I'm gonna tell you right now. Furries, you name it. And then we got the other one at the bottom where it says, what sounds like another improvement from previous BioWare games is how a character's romance arc will be better woven into the own personal story arc and their involvement with the Veilguard's core questline. BioWare has also worked to ensure that getting to know your characters as friends feels like blah blah blah. Everybody knows that if you have a romance and it's an RPG, you have to get to know them. Everybody knows this. But this part right here. And that just because you're not banging your buddy, their platonic relationship with you will still continue. Duh. This is tale as old as time. I mean, they're praising it. So rules for thee, but not for me. I love Stellar Blade. Eve is fucking hot. This is another rules for thee, but not for me. She's like, yo, Eve's hot. So, this whole sort of manosphere, yeah, men, just white guys being crazy for women and stuff. Is like, listen, just because men enjoy things doesn't mean you have to come on here and be a little bitch, okay? You don't have to come. You get what you got over there. I get what I got over here. You don't have to come over here. This is a classic example right here of somebody putting their hands in your food. That's what this is. You're eating your food, they're eating their food. Whatever soy boy is saying all this shit. You got this. You get, hold on. I'm about to go off. I'm going in. You get saggy titted Asian chick. You get that one. You get Old Man River. I know there's a lot of chicks that like old guys that look wise, but they're actually stupid. I know there's a lot of chicks like that. You get, this is 90% of the the female choices right here, because a lot of ladies are probably gonna look at that and be like, nah, maybe the black elf, but probably not. It depends on your preference, but mostly this right here. Her, maybe if her hair was down and she didn't look like a fucking character in Coraline, maybe her. I'm probably gonna have to romance Harding. Yeah, yeah, not interested, but she thick. So I'm just gonna have to go with the Pillow Princess. I ain't going for her. That's my fucking uncle. That's my uncle. That's a black dude. I'm sorry. You date Tash or whatever, Trash. I don't fucking care what her name is. You are dating my uncle. You are not dating some big mommy. I know, like you motherfuckers out there love to call big women mommy. I don't do that shit. That's beta cuck shit. You are dating my uncle. Have fun. Have fun. But that's your team. That's what you get right there. I'll talk about that. We got, now, of course, this is an old game, but I'm going to tell you right now, if this was remade, people would lose their shit. Actually, let me take that back. Not with this team for Veilguard. Not with this team. If I was able to make games, I would get this shit spot on. But upgraded version of remake, if I did it, you'd be set up. The Mabaris better be awesome in Veilguard. The Mabaris better be on check. There better be Mabaris everywhere. Just everywhere. Look at this team. Fucking badass. Yo, my boy. This is my man right here. I had him in the front lines the whole damn time. Yo, this is the old school, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if they were remade, you guys would be, okay, I'm probably not gonna play Veilguard, but I'm probably gonna try out this Origins remake version. Yeah, but you have a good day. Even her, I was questioning myself with her. When I was young, I was like, old, but curves. This was my life. This was my lifestyle. I'm just letting you know. This is what it is. 3 bars. 3 things. Just 3 abilities. Why are you in the same area that was in the gameplay trailer? And this motherfucker's got 3 abilities now. Where was this? And you're in the same area. Same clothes. Where was this? Pretty game, though. I will give you that one. Pretty game. Lewis saw this, and then she was like, what the fuck is that? You want to know what he really looked like? Motherfucker looked like this. This was the guy that you were worried if he grabbed you or not. I think he can grab you in the game. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know he can one-shot you. That's for sure on the hardest difficulty. I know that for sure. This is what I had. This is what we have right now. This is what we get right now. This is what we got. So much of nothing. Too much of nothing. And this is the trailer that they give us for... This is what we get. Right here.
Not looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you and me.
What are you thinking?
This is
We need
yours.
someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
This is yours. Looks nice though.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
We're going into the Fade, aren't we?
I'm going to church or something.
Digging up a lot of buried secrets.
Hallelujah.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah.
This is definitely
Someone who will stand
a dark
between
fantasy.
us and a pack of demons.
We're heroes, everybody.
You know there will be dragons.
Right. We'll need someone with fire
Uncle
in their
Corey.
blood.
Uncle Corey with horns.
One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on.
Bioware's got you covered.
Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find her?
Enough of that bullshit. Get that shit out of my fucking face. This is what I got. This is what I got.
They're coming.
Tonight,
This is mine now.
we have vengeance.
This is mine now.
We are the Grey Wardens, men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. And although we are few
Now that's a
now,
badass fucking dragon.
Disposal, Grey Wardens.
the
Titties.
Darkspawn must be stopped here and now.
This is mine. We got titties for everyone. That's for you if you want it.
There is no turning back. Maker, help us all.
This is mine. You get your food, I get mine. I'm probably gonna play this game tomorrow, probably on stream, because I'm gonna eat my food and you can eat your food. Y'all have a good day.